Everything looks to be
everybody
set
have
up.
their mug.
I got my
feel
mug.
like everybody always drinks coffee. It's like an unofficial rule.
I
of
don't
doing
have
a
coffee
podcast.
today. Sorry.
Hold on, what's that?
What is that? G Fuel?
No, it's iced tea in a Gamer Fuel cup.
Nice.
Still quite appropriate for the gamer hole.
Yeah.
Algo, you are actually looking like someone from The Road, you're looking like what I pictured in my head when I read The Road.
I'm gonna start wearing an eye patch soon to go with this beard. I'll just say that. Yeah, right. Welyn, welcome to the gamer hole.
Thank you, gamer.
Pleasure to have you here in our hole. Welyn is a very large YouTuber. Recently hit 2 million subs. Congratulations, Welyn.
Thank you,
Great
gamer.
job. I hope to reach 1 million one day.
2 million above me, yeah.
Pretty
Also
good.
streams on Twitch.
And also streams on Twitch. That's right. And
What do you
has an
consider your
Instagram.
main gig between the two? I would assume YouTube, but
Yeah. Well, YouTube, you can also make stuff that's much more timeless. Nobody goes back and watches a VOD from like, a year ago, but you could have
Yes, they do. They are a very rare breed.
Yeah. the 1% of Twitch viewers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
something's wrong
perfect
with those
example
people.
of this though, because recently Aqua has a old video going viral. You want to talk about that a little?
It has been just plaguing me the past couple of days. Like on Twitter, just how many times I've received myself in the Joker makeup on Twitter? Like in 2008, 2009, the cool thing to do on YouTube was take a photo of yourself every day for however long and like put it into a little montage with some sort of emotional music over it. I posted it just on a whim, in 2009, and for the last few days it has literally been the most viewed hourly per hour video on my entire channel.
But you can't do that on a whim. You can't do like a year thing. on a whim.
that's a whim. Huh?
Yeah, it's like you spent a year doing that every day in the same spot,
I mean
same
a
face.
whim, meaning like I was just making it for myself, but like I posted it to YouTube on a whim.
Imagine if you had started your career back then, dude. Where would you be now?
I kick myself every day. I would like I could be PewDiePie. Like,
Yeah.
But anyway,
It just cracks me up because like we've all watched those like time lapse videos from like a year or something, and one of them was you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you were one of those guys.
I was yeah. I've been around. I've been creeping through YouTube for a decade. I've been watching, waiting for my time.
Waiting.
So people say that on YouTube it's hard to start now. I would say now is the easiest time there's ever been to start. To be
Really?
honest.
You think so?
I think so, because there's like the algorithm can just take a video from any channel. If it's well made, well done, you did it well, it's entertaining, and just push it out. And there's so many people that are already like geared into niches and algorithms that it can push it out to, and you can blow up overnight to like, I don't know, 100K or something. I don't know.
I think you have a very different experience than most of us.
Yeah.
Mr. 19 million viewed video. But I don't think that doesn't happen to most people, Welyn.
I'm not saying it does.
I'm still waiting. I'm waiting. Okay.
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying if you're at the right place at the right time, I think the chances of doing it are higher.
You have to be pretty lucky and pretty talented, I think, to get through that. You might be right. I don't know. I think like every day that goes by, it gets harder. That's my opinion. But
I think that the initial problem is the people that give up, after 1 month of uploading and they only have 100 subscribers. That's where I think that the hard part of YouTube is getting over the first hump.
Kings knows. If anyone knows, it's Kings.
I mean, we've done a few channels, so we know some of the insights.
That's true. This one, we're hoping.
Yeah, exactly. We just can't give up within a month.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that
we
bell.
need to smash.
Yeah, smash
that sub.
Yeah.
And the like. I've never gotten to say any of this stuff.
Brutalize it. Commit war crimes.
when you're on
to that like button.
Decky, you need a YouTube channel, man.
I've been
'Cause then
trying.
You can say smash that like
That's a
button
lot
all you
of
want.
failure. I don't know if I can take. I have a question for both you guys. On your voiceovers, Do you guys like script that out, or do you just kind of like edit out the video and then try and voice over it what's appropriate?
I feel like Welyn does because he uses such big words.
I have a notepad open and I kind of go, plethora of aqua FPS for variety, vagaries, and arrays.
I swear to God, I've heard numerous words in your videos that I had never heard before. Like he's like fucking speaking Latin and shit.
Yeah.
I watched Top Gun last night for the first time. Are you familiar with the Tom Cruise film? Yeah, I had never actually seen it before. I knew all about it, and I was like,
pilots or something.
Yeah.
I never saw horrible. That's great.
Isn't that a classic? Widely considered a classic.
It is a classic, but let me.
I've probably watched it like 5 years ago, and it's still great.
Are we canceling it? I'm ready to cancel it.
Top Gun is the fucking worst movie. I absolutely hated this movie. Firstly, there was no war going on in the 80s. Yeah. I don't understand. And like all the guys they're fighting, they never actually fight. They kind of just like look at each other and be like, I see him. And then they like fly a little bit this way, fly a little bit that way. And they're like, okay, we lost him. And like the whole movie is that over and over again. Like,
yeah, but isn't that how most Air Force is?
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds incredibly realistic.
That sounds realistic.
There was no actual shooting.
Because that's how airplane fights usually are. Is they're flying around and they're like
each other up.
Yeah, they
just like look up.
No, they're like,
buddy. You got something to say, buddy?
Yeah.
Didn't think so.
Well,
I need to go back and watch it though. Maybe you're right.
I should rewatch it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I'm just talking shit.
I had a lot of problems with Top Gun. Listen, I love Tom Cruise. He's crazy as they come, but god damn it, that guy.
How old is
he?
70?
Great action star.
I don't think he ages, to be honest.
He's got the Keanu Reeves condition.
But like even more than Keanu Reeves. Like I swear to God, like the first Mission Impossible came out like so long ago.
I would like to see that.
One, he looks almost the same.
A fight between Keanu Reeves and Tom Cruise.
Ooh, who do you think would win?
Tom fucking Cruise. He'd jump on his back like a little psycho and like
you think so?
Beat him to death. Yeah.
Did you see that video of Keanu Reeves unloading the gun in 30 seconds or something on like some shooting range?
Yeah,
there's a bunch of babes around him like high-fiving him afterwards. And he's like, "It's not good enough."
Yeah, I was gonna say he actually knows like all these moves.
So
like
Tom Cruise.
I don't know if he
does his own stunts. He just does dangerous shit. He doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, though. He doesn't actually know how to fight.
He's not strapped like that.
Let's talk about some personal stuff.
All right.
Because that's what this podcast is really about.
Let's dive deeper into the gamer hole. I'm ready.
What's your worst injury you've ever had? That's kind of a question we ask everybody here.
Okay, so I've got a few.
Okay, let's hear it.
I like that question. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, we asked the weird ones in the gamer hole.
So when I was younger, I had a fish hook go through my pinky. Like a real
part, or just like a side?
So it went through the meat, just right through the middle, probably hit the back of the nail type thing. Like touching the nail from the other side. No, I couldn't see it, but it was in there. So what happened was, you know that weird waterproof fabric that they have on the chairs and boats, little couch things. Yeah. So they're really slippery. It was probably a little bit wet. So this was one that opened. So I opened it up, but the way I kind of opened it with some force. I was young at the time. I was like maybe 10 or 11 or something. So I opened it up with some force, but the fishing line was attached to a fishing pole like a little bit behind me. So when I open it up, it like pulls the hook back because the line goes taut, and it just goes right into my finger. Apparently I look at it, make eye contact with like the person who was helping us guide the boat, and just pull it out.
Oh my
yes.
God.
What? I go like, huh.
Oh, that's not supposed to even come out when you do that.
Yeah.
Like, your fingertips bleed like crazy.
Yeah, who does that? What kind of monster were you?
I've become soft since then. I broke my arm, the same arm twice. It's always the monkey bars. I just gotta say, it's always the monkey bars.
How do you break your arm on monkey bars?
I don't know.
So I was getting a little bit spicy. You know, everyone skips one monkey bar.
Yeah.
That's nothing. So skipping two, it's like, all right, we got a badass. I was going for the fabled 3 skip.
Oh, don't say it. Playground legend says it's never been done.
So I was going for the 3 skip, and I flew a little too close to the sun, and I fell awkwardly, hit my arm, and I just remember it feeling like it was really badly asleep. So I go back to my babysitter at the time, and apparently my arm's just like hanging off, kind of all.
Fuck! You just brought back such a bad memory. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
I dislocated this elbow. Same feeling. Like all your feeling just goes.
So I go back to see my babysitter. She's like, "Oh my god!" Because like I'm like, holding my arm, and I'm like, "I think something's wrong."
What do you mean? I kind of don't like this. Your arm's hanging off sideways.
Yes, but like,
what? He was a monstrous child. He didn't care about anything.
Did break it again. The second time was kind of embarrassing. I was playing dodgeball, but these were like these aren't like those little Nerf balls. These were like the 90s kid. There's rubber on them.
Kids today don't understand.
No,
Real dodgeball. Yeah.
These were the ones that goes like when you hit like solid.
Those will break a nose.
Inflated balls of gas. I was playing dodgeball was getting pretty serious. I think it was like 5th grade. So kids are like just getting kind of strong enough to really yeet those at one another. They don't play dodgeball with these balls anymore, I bet.
They don't. Yeah, we were the last generation to experience the pain of dodgeball.
True dodgeball.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm kind of like memeing, and I get one. I think it just hits me like right there, and it's like right where it needed to hit to really mess it all up. And so I broke it again, but it was minor.
So the actual dodgeball straight up broke your arm?
Dodgeball will break your arm. Yeah. You loosen the top the first time with the monkey bar. That shit was held together with by the thread.
Yeah.
So I was in school playing dodgeball, and my friend, his name was Mike. He was just like taunting me this whole time, the game was really just me and him, and it was him just like dodging all of my balls, hence the name dodgeball, and just, egging me on like crazy. And these were the balls that you were talking about that are capable of breaking an arm. I was just throwing them at this guy as hard as I possibly could. And on the other team was also a girl that I quite fancied at the time. I might have been like throwing the ball as hard as I could because in my kid brain that was like attractive, maybe.
Right, like if you broke the guy's arm, you'd be the talk of the town. Exactly.
Like he threw the ball so hard that it broke the kid's arm. One of the times I threw the ball at him, it was going right for his head. He ducks. The girl that I liked was just like 20 feet behind him, standing there. She wasn't really playing the game because the girls would a lot of them would just kind of like stand around and wait for it to be over, Yeah. And it just pow right in the kisser, smacked her right in the face, and she started to cry. And I believe her nose started to bleed just a tiny bit. I never talked to her ever after that, and she never talked to me.
I mean, she now knows that you could really throw those bad boys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
She experienced that first.
In fact, like all throughout school, our school system, whenever she saw me in the hall, she'd go like this.
She was definitely into you then.
No, that was a joke. She didn't acknowledge me or care in any way. Yeah.
She actually just looked down and walked right by him,
Yeah. She was just
I was like, if that girl was like joking like that, she's definitely into you.
Yeah, no. Firstly, I didn't know how to speak to women until I was a grown man. Still don't, honestly. I'm lucky. I don't have to worry about that anymore, but...
I broke a girl's finger in high school. It was in an English class, and she was like the super nice Christian, straight A student, very smart, very frail, and I got grouped up with her to do some project. And so I have the chairs that are attached to the desk. And I just got my desk and I was like, "Hey, Kendra." And I scooted it really hard over, and she had her thumb at the corner of her desk and just broke it real good.
Yours sounds terrible.
We were still friends afterwards. Okay. But I felt real guilty for a while on that.
Actually, on me and my fiance's first date, I thought it would be cute to that side. We were I don't know, just walking down the street and she shoved me or something. I thought it would be funny and cute to just like kind of like kick my foot up to the side, and it's like, you know, that kick to the side where you just kick someone in the butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I was
you, like hook.
Like the
this
like
and
reverse
just kick
leg
her in the
thing.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried to do that, and her finger was like back there, and it just like jammed her fingers.
Oh
super
my
hard.
God.
She was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I still don't know how to talk to women yet. I'm not grown enough.
See, I'm telling you, like, don't try and kick a girl if you're on a date, even if she shoves you. Even
Definitely
if it's
not on a
playful.
first date.
You'll jam her finger.
I'm curious now. What is the worst injury you've caused to somebody else,
Ooh.
accidentally or on
That's
purpose?
a good question, Welyn.
Well, I know that I've broken a guy's nose when I was playing. I used to play soccer at a pretty high level, and I threw a ball right at his face on purpose. And it wasn't even like a big thing. It was like, it wasn't serious, but he was being really annoying. And I had some beef with him. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to chuck a ball at his face. And I did. Like, you know, like the basketball, like, here you go thing. I was like, oh, here you go. And I just sort of threw it at his face. I didn't really think I was going to break his nose or anything. But yeah,
naughty.
it broke his nose and it was bleeding everywhere. And I was like, oops.
Well, and I feel like you have horribly maimed someone or something since you brought up this question. Like you have like a super good story to tell. Like you were like, yeah, well, I mean, I nearly killed a guy.
I'm actually not sure.
If he died.
Oh, I dropped this is to myself. I dropped a 45-pound dumbbell from my shoulder onto my toe.
Ooh.
Oh, is that another bad injury of yours?
Yes. In high school, it was gym class, but it was like lifting gym class. And so we were doing something down at the track, and then we had to carry the dumbbells back from the track to the actual weight room. So like we're fatigued, tired, and I'm like just like trying to figure out ways to put this 45-pound dumbbell so it's not like super annoying. So I kind of just like shoulder it, and I'm kind of like walking. Yeah, it just slips off. It doesn't break my toe, but it like cracks my toenail and it's bleeding under the toenail.
Yeah.
Did you lose the nail?
No. It was kind of weird. It was like, I probably could have, I don't know, but it was really painful for a while.
I took weights in kinesiology, which was like our weight class in high school. And I looked about the same as I do now. I didn't play any sports. I just did it because like I'd get to hang out with all the football players and not actually work out. So I just sat on, it was the Pec Deck 5000, and it's like one of those things where you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and I just sat on that and just talked to the guys all day. And while they're all just like eating like cupcakes and like getting their big thing was like they'd pound down a bunch of cupcakes and then they're like, let's get swole, and then they'd all just like go like,
God, after eating cupcakes, I just like to sit down, you know?
Yeah.
I've been in my fair share of fights. That's in my adult years, but that's usually me getting my ass kicked. I played lacrosse in the later years of high school after my weight training. I was really bad, but I had like a mullet. The coach knew I was bad. He's like, you can't catch a ball or carry a ball or throw a ball for your life. They would have me do like the whole face-off thing, and instead of going for the ball, he'd just be like, just take out their big player. And so like, yeah, I'd just pound dudes in any of their vulnerable spots, and I'd get thrown out for the rest of the game every time. But so yeah, I injured a lot of dudes, but nothing serious. It'd take them out for the game or two, but that was it.
I still can't. I'm still just imagining just minding my own business, playing lacrosse, and just feeling just a strike in the back of my legs. I turn around, there's Decky with a mullet. Like,
who did you injure, Aqua?
I got into a fight in like 6th grade or 5th grade. He just like walked up to me, put me in a fucking headlock, and just started pulling my hair like as hard as he could.
Pulling your hair?
Hurt. It wasn't even like the knuckle? Like
No,
what's that called when you do the knuckles on the scalp?
My hair and just like started just ripping it out of my head. Like, and like, I was like, oh my God, like what the fuck is happening?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah. So then I just punched him in the stomach and then again in the face. And he just, that was it. It was over. I punched him in the stomach. He released me. He was like, ugh! And then I like hit him again because I was so jazzed up and mad. And that was my only fight. And that was, I mean, he wasn't injured. It was just like a playground scuffle. Welyn, let's, I know you're beating around the bush here. Let's hear where you nearly killed someone.
I already gave the story of when
You hurt yourself, not somebody
that was
else.
yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't do another. I don't. Okay.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I was just.
He's a nice boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very friendly.
Okay, good. What about when you tried to stab me at PAX West when we met for the first time?
Just
Assassin's
before you
Creed
threw
grenade.
it
I saw it.
homeless man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that never happened, to be clear. That, like, when I was watching that podcast, I was expecting like one of you to be like, yeah, no, but Aqua's actually like a nice guy. But you never did that. The conversation just ended after Sam was like, yeah, he threw coffee in. We didn't even go to fucking Starbucks. Completely made up. And neither of you, and then you like switched topics. So then everyone was like, oh, wow. What the fuck is wrong with this Aqua guy? I was waiting for you to be like, no, yeah, he's really nice though. Or something like that. Nobody said that.
Where are the bullies now that we're adults, though?
They're on the internet. They're on Twitter.
Yeah.
Usually General Sam viewers.
See, even Aqua like says they're just kidding, or he's actually a nice guy at the end of it, you know?
Yeah, neither of you guys did that. I was so shocked. Thought you would at least, Welyn.
Oh man.
But I was a decent kid. I guess I was like a popular kid. You know, I was in a big sports and I was pretty good and I was captain of teams and stuff like that. So I guess I was pretty popular, but I wasn't like one of those like douchebag popular where you don't talk to everyone. So I kind of was like, I hung out with like a lot of different people, but then again, I wasn't a bully, you know, like I would always stick up.
You weren't a jock, really.
I wasn't a jock.
Like,
I was like kind of like in between, like a weird hovering
That was a
thing.
good thing to be. Yeah.
You want to be versatile because then, you know, you'd have allies in many places of the high school area.
Yeah, I peaked in probably early high school, and then after that, my life has just been way down.
Iggs told me numerous times he peaked.
Oh yeah,
he's like Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite. I would have thrown a football over the mountains.
Yeah.
Throw a pigskin over them hills in '82.
If I didn't break my finger, we would have won that state championship. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Hey, Welyn, you don't have a trumpet, do you?
You listen here, Aqua.
I'd like to see you bust that thing out just for.
Oh, you've never seen it? You've never seen it?
I have. I sort of remember him playing.
I just like how he described himself as nasty.
It's like, he didn't even
right on hand.
He didn't even need to stand up to get it.
I'm playing it on stream.
Put it a little closer.
In the jazz band, did you guys like swing your trumpets around in unison and stuff?
I'm suddenly very attracted to you, Welyn.
This is great.
This is amazing.
I want more trumpet-related content from you.
Yeah.
Make a 20-minute video of you just playing trumpet. I love that you are so good at the trumpet. That's really cool. Hey, Welyn, another question we like to ask people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything that was really frightening that happened to you? Like something where you were like just really scared?
So I used to go on walks around my neighborhood a lot late at night, and I don't really know the background of this or why this happened, but so it was like, I don't know, maybe 2:30, 3:30 in the morning, and I was just kind of walking around like very quiet suburban neighborhood. This was in, I think, maybe summer back from college or a high school year or something. And just kind of walking around. Very rarely would I actually see anyone. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, walking around, like maybe, I don't know, 10-minute walk from my house at that moment. So I kind of get to an intersection. It's where, like, the corner, and it's like really quiet street. Like, I'm like deep in suburbs there, not like a main street at all. Mm-hmm. And I look left, and maybe about 100 yards down, there's two guys, and they're walking really weird. Like, one of them's like doing side to side, and the other other's like low down like a monkey. And like he's like almost hands on the ground. That's what I saw. And so I like kind of just walk in the intersection, and I tell that one of them just starts picking up speed towards me, and I'm gone. I just ditched straight down the next block, and like I've got 150 yards ahead of them, and like this is my neighborhood, so I know exactly where I'm going. And there's a park down there, and I'm like, all right, I can just go through this park. I don't know what those guys were doing, but like I could tell that they were picking up speed down that street towards me, and so I just full ditched. I like cut
Good
left.
for you for running. Some people wouldn't run just to like save face. I feel like
no, I was gone, and I to this day I don't know what that was all about, but it was just weird.
That's
like
creepy as fuck.
Like the fact that they were, one was like, what he was like hands hunched over, walking like this, and then the other one was like going side to side like this. So I don't really know.
Oh, I got goosebumps from that story.
It was weird. It was weird, and I just,
it scares me. Yeah.
The thing is, I knew the neighborhood, so I was like, I can easily cut line of sight in like 50 yards from here. There's no way they get to this corner before I do that, and then they'll look down the street and I won't be there, and then I can cut through a park, and it's just like, there's no way they would know where I was going.
Oh shit!
But,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did the guy who was hunched over like start running like a monkey or something?
He almost did that. No, that's literally what it was. Like that's what weirded me out so much, because his hands were so low. It looked like he was, he started, because he was just kind of like lurking, and then it's just like moving more.
Yeah, so, that is terrifying.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know what was going on there, but there's no way they're gonna catch me, because I had like, I sometimes think, oh, another scary thing.
Yeah.
Actually move into a different story. This was a few months ago, before everything closed for COVID. I was driving to my gym, and I went to the gym, was finishing up, headed home, and there's one spot where I get off the highway to take a turn, and it's like the green light. You either get a red light or a green light, and if the green light is on, you're just gonna go right through it. This is going to the gym, so I'm coming back, and I'm just like driving along. It's also late again. It's like 3 a.m. just because I go to a 24-hour gym, so it's kind of whatever. And a car,
gamer hours.
Yeah, I like look up, and there's a car coming so fast up behind me, almost clips me. It's like this car is going, I mean, 40 speed limit, maybe 35. This car is going 80, 90. And it, drunk driver or something, because they almost clipped me. Like, I'm in my lane, and they are like in my lane. They are in probably maybe that far between me and this other car.
That's so scary.
And it's coming up behind me. Keep driving. They blow right through the red light in front of me. And the thing is, that's where I got off the highway. Like half an hour earlier when I was going to the gym. And the thing is, I would have no reason to stop if there was a green light. So I was like, if I was an hour later on this day and just took that green light, turned in, because you're coming off the highway, you were just going 60, 70, and like, you're slowing down, but you're like still moving.
Right.
And that car did not stay, went 80 through the intersection, 80 through a red light. I called the police. I'm like, yo, there is somebody that is just wildly driving.
Damn.
And like that is, and I think it would have T-boned me. I probably would have died, to be totally honest, because like 80, 90 through an intersection, I just turned into that. They hit me with the driver, like GG.
Yeah.
Driving is scary if you think about it. Like,
it's terrifying. I have a story, actually, if you guys are interested.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Let's move.
Yeah.
Well, Welyn, thank you for joining us here in the gamer hole. Hope you enjoyed your stay.
Yep. Always enjoy being in the gamer hole.
Sometimes you gotta just get in that hole. Big thank you to Decky and King's Entourage. Check Welyn out on YouTube, Welyn, and at Twitch, Welyn. Decky too, he's on Twitch. King's also on Twitch.
Can you give us like a goodbye and like the I was becoming a loot master?
Yeah, can you give us a goodbye in that?
I knew that Sturman was in the area. Welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. All right. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching The Gamer Hole. Just a quick reminder, if you want to see some exclusive episodes, as well as behind the scenes and uncut versions of the episodes you see here on YouTube, or if you just want to support the Gamer Hole, check us out on Patreon. It's linked in the description below. Get all kinds of fun little perks in there. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next episode of The Gamer Hole.